welcome to Coffee and Concepts. I'm Josh Bumpus. I'm the Marketing Project Manager for Rob Roy Industries. And just as we've done in the past, Coffee and Concepts is a series of live stream events in which we'll be providing some valuable insights into our products and capabilities in these bite-sized half-hour chunks. And we'll also be offering solutions for specific applications using our industry-leading innovations. Today's presenter is Patrick Kane, Stahlin's product line manager, and he's ready to get into today's topic, which is innovating together, creating custom solutions for unique applications. And in today's session, we're going to be taking a look at how we help customers create solutions for their unique application challenges. So I hope everyone is settled in and grabbed their favorite cup of coffee. I just finished mine, so I don't have one to show, but I hope everyone has theirs and are ready to go. Let's get started. Patrick, take it away.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. This is a series that is still relatively new, but it's been a great opportunity for us at Rob Roy to be able to share, as Josh said, not only our innovative products, but also what makes us different from everybody else in the industry. And 'tis the season, by the way. Thanks for everybody for jumping on, this late and close to the holidays. But and I do have a little bit of a cold, so throughout, I am going to be taking a sip of coffee and making sure that my voice is clear. So again, my name is Patrick Kane. I'm the product line manager at Stahlin, and we're excited to talk to you today about our solutions team and what that is, and then also the processes that we utilize to help customers solve some complex application challenges that come up every day. I think it's going to be one where we want you to come away with the fact that our team is here to support, and that's from an operational and technical perspective. So we'll keep this informal. I'll walk through it. And then I just want to get into my background a little bit before I get started. So I've been in the electrical industry for roughly 20 years, and I've managed commercial and industrial lines in different segments, including renewable energy and also prefabricated products. So, and then lastly, now I manage our line of enclosures, and it's given me a unique perspective on how different companies in our industry operate and also deal with customers and offer solutions. And this is one that we're going to talk about today. It really is unique, and it's what makes us different. And also, it's something that we've received feedback on from customers that they wish companies would do more of. And that's how the industry used to be. So I'm proud to be able to present this today, and hopefully it'll give you a little better understanding as to how we help customers create solutions each and every day. Let's get started. All right. So when you think of Stahlin, which many of you know is our flagship brand of non-metallic enclosures, we've been leading the way in the market for over 70 years. Our products are often used in industrial electrical control, oil and gas, instrumentation, water, wastewater, pump controls, communications, and then our fiberglass enclosures are really the standard in renewable energy for their renowned UV resistance and use in utility scale solar farms. And then in each one of the applications I just mentioned, our products are exposed to extreme conditions, and our customers' equipment and people that are using the products need maximum protection. So feedback we've received from many of our customers are on how reliable our enclosures are and also about our service. It's really synonymous with our parent company, Rob Roy, and that's the same fourth generation family owned company that's led the way in corrosion resistant products, including conduit, PVC coated conduit for over 100 years. So on top of Stahlin, our brands include Plastibond and Permacoat, which is the market leader in PVC coated conduit and fittings. We've got Rob Roy Stainless, which includes stainless steel conduit and fitting solutions for food and bev. There's Rocket Rack, which is our unique patented platform of sanitary support systems. And then lastly, there's ECN Corns, which is a leading brand for elbows, couplings, nipples, and clamps. So Rob Roy, with all these brands under one name, with the same level of quality, reliability, and innovation, really allows us to leverage our strengths as an enterprise, both operationally and technologically. I work hand in hand with our teams, across the business to continually update and improve our processes and also improve our technology. So it helps us to continue to drive the positive reputation in the industry that we have. And when you look at Stahlin specifically, most of our products our enclosure products are sold into the OEM market. And a bit of history on us: we were founded by John and Paul Stahlin back in 1935 as Stahlin Brothers Fiberworks, and then they pioneered the first electrical fiberglass enclosure over 70 years ago, starting as a solution to protect equipment from extreme corrosion in oil and gas. And then in 1978, Rob Roy purchased Stahlin, and of course is still part of Rob Roy today. We've got integrated manufacturing at our facility in Belding, Michigan, and we've got a growing number of products in our portfolio, including our new Solar Shield HMI covers, which we launched last month. This is important because when I get into the rest of the presentation, having a broad line and a solid base of standard products is the foundation for what we call our three pillars of solutions that we offer our customers. So just taking a look at our line really quick, we've got enclosures for industrial control and wall mount and freestanding enclosures. And basically, that's the broadest line in the industry. And you'll find our common families, J Series, N Series, Diamond Shield is part of that. And then the second category of products that we offer are electrical junction and electronics enclosures. And then the third part is operator interface. And that would include push button enclosures for control stations, along with disconnect enclosures for rod-driven disconnect applications. And I'd say about 95% of the enclosures we sell are rated NEMA 4X for hose down, and also for added corrosion protection, for peace of mind in harsh condition applications. But again, like I said, this is the foundation, and it's only a portion of what differentiates us from everybody else. So what you're looking at here on the screen is our strategy. And this is what makes us different, and how we go to market, and also how we treat our customers. So as you look at it, our strategic models, it's really a simple system. We call it select, modify, and deliver the right way. We offer customers premium niche solutions, which include three parts. So just take a look. It's in an infinity loop, and there's an arrow to the left of the select right icon. If you basically follow that around, the select right signifies the broadest line of standard off-the-shelf products in the industry. And that's what I was talking about on the previous slide. So basically, a customer will come in and they'll select a product that works for them, but then want to add some changes to the product to fit their application. So it follows the process into our ModRite program. And basically that's our value add engineering team and the different solutions that they can provide. So it goes from select right into ModRite. And then the last step following the loop around goes to deliver right, which is basically best in class service, custom packaging, custom kitting, and different capabilities to deliver products exactly how customers need the products delivered to help improve their efficiency and productivity when they receive the product. So all of these solutions, select, modify, and deliver, work hand in hand with our team to build value. And also the most important part is relationships with our customers. That's really what makes us different. It builds the value beyond just price and availability, and helps us cultivate those long-term relationships, which is really what everybody wants, is that peace of mind, knowing that you've got a partner to help during development when you have a complex application challenge. So let's just take a quick look at what we do and some of the things that we can offer a customer during that development. Then I'll take a dive into the process. So when our team sets out to create a solution, what we do first is we gain an understanding of what our customers are actually trying to accomplish, what problems they have in their business and different applications, challenges they're trying to solve for their customers. That's really the most important thing, is understanding the end goal, and then working our way back to the right solutions. Some of the most common challenges that our customers face include, of course, the need to protect equipment and people using their products, along with finding the right enclosure to house a panel and a certain size panel and the equipment on it. Optimizing a design for performance and cost. And also mitigating high cost of in-house modifications, and meeting a production schedule, and then most importantly, ensuring quality and reliability of their brands and products. The way we see it, our enclosures are really the face of our customers' brands, and we consider that a huge responsibility. So, and lastly, most of our customers want to build a relationship with somebody who can help them take their product to the next level and offer the expertise to do that. And our team does that every day. So when you look at some of the solutions we produce for our customers on the screen, you can see there's a couple examples. At the top left, there's a solution for an indoor agriculture application where the customer needed a dead front panel with graphics and color indicator lights. So we worked with them to create a digital print graphic that would allow the indicator lights to appear red through the panel. So not only the graphics, but also, helped them standardize on one design that would provide what they needed. And then if you take a look over to the top right, there's an example in which we worked with a customer in the security industry for over a year to help them develop a solution to house a deep cycle lithium ion battery on a custom shelf inside the enclosure. And that was complete with slots in the shelf for straps to secure the battery during shipment to their customers. So there was multiple benefits there from the standard product and how the standard product was designed, through the modifications that we helped them make, all the way through to packaging and shipment. And then looking at some of the other enclosures on the slide, you'll see some holes and cutouts, and over 50% of our business is modified in some way, with holes and cutouts being the most common. It includes our team's ability to review critical spacing requirements, along with the enclosure design and tolerances to ensure the enclosure has structural integrity after modifications are made. I've seen some examples where customers want to add a hole extremely close to the edge of the enclosure, so we'll make sure that it's the right distance from the edge to maintain that integrity. So our team walks through all of that with customers. So then, what's a solutions team? I mentioned that early on in the presentation. And with that is a cross-functional team with years of industry and enclosures experience that we would assign to a project or an account that systematically works to understand and produce solutions and follows a process to ensure speed and accuracy during that development. Our team works with both new and existing customers and functions as a problem-solving partner. And sometimes customers have a design that they like to change or optimize, and other times it's completely new from scratch. And from the beginning of the project, the solutions team will help align expectations and deliverables through pre-project planning, definition, qualification. And what that's for is just to ensure it's the right project and that we have the right people and right expertise and skill level involved. Each project's different, and we've got a collection of people that have been in the industry for a long time with different skill sets. So we'll make sure that we've got the most optimized team on every project. So the way we look at it is there's some levels of complexity. we break it down into 3 different types: simple mods, complex mods, and then solutions which require a new tool or design. And a simple mod might include, as you can see over there on the left, current capabilities, like custom holes, cutouts. Again, most common thing that we do every day. But we can also add windows. We can create custom back or swing panels. We can mold in colors. And molded in colors do take a little bit more volume, but we also have the ability to add graphics. So color graphics, we have a couple different types. Laser engraving is an option as well. So when we add graphics, take a look at the different kinds that we can provide. We have a digital printing in-house capability, which is best for designs with gradients. But then we also have a silk screen capability, which is similar to a stencil application. And then I mentioned laser engraving. That's really good for when customers need the engraving to last during harsh conditions and potentially chemical environments. Other simple mods include EMI RFI shielding and custom painting, which doesn't require a ton of volume. So it's an alternative for our molded in color if the volume's lower. And then you get into complex mods, which that would include solutions created with existing enclosure designs, but maybe with new components, new sizes, or new capabilities. And I'll give you an example. Recent customer, they required a custom bracket for a PCB to be affixed to the inside of one of our polycarbonate enclosure covers. And our team worked with the customer to basically identify and create a solution and design a custom bracket with PEM studs for mounting the PCB, and then developed a mechanism for attachment of that bracket on the inside of the enclosure cover. So that was really a new concept, new solution brought to us, and an idea, and then we helped the customer bring that to life. And then the last type is a new design where there's potentially tooling required. And this is a type of solution that would require some volume to justify the cost of the tooling, but it's absolutely something that we have done for customers. You take a look at the example I've got on the screen to the right, where we produced a custom insert for the back wall of an enclosure with molded in features. And that was designed to secure equipment and to be used as a guide for the customer during their assembly and not utilize a back panel. So again, 3 different levels of solutions, and we would basically work through each one of those with a customer. So taking a look at how we would do that. The most important part of any project is in the initial scope and the planning. So each project would start with the sales team in the initial touch. It could be inbound or outbound contact, and customer or Rob Roy driven. And then really the most critical part is making sure that the team can qualify the project on the front end and determine what level of complexity it is, and also get a little history on what the customer goal is, and make sure that it fits into the model from a business and operation and engineering standpoint. Because ultimately we want to make sure that the end result is what our customers are looking for. So that team's going to go through the background information and perform any research as needed. And then what they'll do is come back, and on the inside, we'll review the request versus our entire team's skill sets, and establish a particular team that we think will be best on the call. And most likely that's a combination of application engineering, business development, product line. I'll jump on calls too. And then operations, and then sometimes even at the executive level where our president will get on if there's some higher level business decisions that need to be had. So all of this ensures team alignment, documentation, and then speeds up the development process. And then, taking a look at the bottom of the screen, one of my favorite quotes: "Failure to plan is planning to fail." And for you history buffs out there, this was in fact not said by Ben Franklin. Most of the information on the web will tell you he said it, but the earliest record I found was a similar quote from Reverend H.K. Williams back in 1919. All right, so on to the call itself. So we get all the background information from the sales team, and then go through our pre-call planning, and then the call is really what helps build relationships and trust between our customers and our teams. And it works best when they're collaborative. We have both engineering groups involved, and we've had a chance to work through some of that upfront discovery. Customers will have a chance to meet the entire team taking care of their account, and develop a real working relationship to utilize moving forward. I mean, we've had feedback from customers that this is, what the industry's lost with some of the larger corporations out there, and that individual personalized support from some of the best in the industry is really refreshing and what they needed. And on the calls, sometimes we don't come up with a solution at that time. Everything's different. Customers are different. And basically, we walk through the same process, though, to help ensure speed and accuracy. So that said, we've got a team of experts that have been in the industry for a long time. Um, from our business development managers to our engineering team, we've seen thousands and thousands of different applications and created solutions for customers to handle most every one of them. So the ultimate goal is to be able to come up with a concept, whether it's on the call or not, optimize speed, and then move to the development phase. And for those familiar with NPD, taking a step back and looking at our process holistically is really similar to a phase gate NPD system. So in development and production, once we get there, basically we'll have some concept validation. We'll go through any initial discovery, any additional discovery is needed, and then we'll assign a project lead internally to help manage it. And then once we receive a purchase order, we'll proceed with generation of approval drawings, and those can include not just product but also custom packaging. We've done packaging for customers like oversized cartons, and basically our customers will take some of their components and add their components to our design, so that it'll require the carton to be a little bit larger than our typical shipping carton. So we can do that. And then also custom labeling. I mean, we had a customer recently want us to add a hologram label, and another one also wanted us to add a label instruction for contractors who install their products. So there's all sorts of different applications and solutions that we've come up with based on custom requests. So once we receive signed drawings, that's when the clock starts in our production. It's also fairly common for our customers to require a sample for first article inspection. We do that all the time. And then throughout the project, there'll be continual communication from the project lead, which would help ensure all parties are on the same page, and that the project's successful. So you're probably asking, well, how do I get started? I have a challenge that we need to talk to you guys about. The first thing is, call one of our representatives, either a local representative in the field, a Stahlin rep, or also our customer service team. And we'll make sure that it gets to the right individual to establish that initial touch. So if you've got a need for our solutions team, and don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate everybody for jumping on, and I think now, Josh, would be a good time to open it up for any questions.
If anyone has any questions, you can throw them into the chat there, and we'll see them and be able to respond to them. I know we're kind of coming towards the end of our time together today, but we can give it a little bit for anyone to submit any questions they have. One question that I think sometimes we get is maybe asking about the timeline of this sort of thing. So from starting with the request of a new product, through the call and identifying the solution, and eventually on to the manufacturing, production, and shipment, what kind of timelines do people typically expect when working with the solutions team?
Yep. So typically for a simple mod, we generally quote 3 to 4 weeks. That's just to make sure that we have all our bases covered. If it's a complex mod, it can vary, based on the application. And then, take that a step further. If there's tooling involved, it could be, 6 months to a year.
We'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Patrick, thank you for your time today and all of your great knowledge on this subject. And thank you to everyone who attended.